just what you came to see. Let me be your muse. I'll inspire you in ways you won't believe.
Hello ladies, welcome to or back to the channel. We got a package and today we're going to be doing the Vice Unit 10 in the color Tip Dye Hot Pink, and it's October 1st and I just really want to get into the dark, mysterious vibes of October. So I want to come on with you guys and do something a little bit fun and a little bit outlandish. This is the color pattern of this hair. It is dipped and sort of ombre on the ends with the hot pink money piece in the front. So this is the wig construction. 2 combs in the front, a comb in the back, and the adjustable straps. Now I'm going to go in with my Ruby Kisses. You can take any cream foundation you like in your shade or a shade darker and rub that on the inside of the lace in the wig and go just a little bit past the hairline, just so any lace that you leave behind is also tinted. Now we're going to pop it on. This wig is said to be pre-plucked. It's sadly not giving that, so we are going to have to go in here in just a bit and kind of take care of that. So before we go any further, let's go ahead and clip those ear tabs. Make sure they go around your ear comfortably on both sides, and make sure your wig is always centered in the way that you're going to wear it. So as we know, this is a part wig. We don't get a lot of plucking space. This is all we get. But don't worry, it is enough to customize and make it look 1,000 times better. If you want a more detailed description of how I pluck these part wigs, go check out my last install. It was Eliana by Ultra, and she was a part wig, and I kind of really show you in depth how I pluck it. I just usually take a thin bit of hair and I leave it out, and then I just start plucking from there, and then I'll go back to the hairline and kind of spruce it up a little bit more. But I didn't have to do a lot. I think I did about 5 minutes on each side or something like that. This hairline is quite dense, but once you get it, it's gonna look great. Okay, so with the little plucking I've done, this is this side. As you can see, it's, more broken up. You can see a little bit more scalp through the hairline. It's a little bit lighter and it just looks better. And the more time you spend on it, the better it will look. But we want to keep this thing going, so I didn't do too much. But I did the exact same thing on the other side. But look how much better that looks. So after I finished the other side, now I have parted off 2 sections in the front, kind of to give it more of a widow's peak sort of look, because I am going like dark and vampy. I'm pulling all those hairs out to give it more of that widow's peak look. And compared to where our hairline started off, I think that looks so much better. I'm going to tweeze the part just a little bit because it's a little bit too close for me. I just like to clean it up where it's necessary, because I feel like on these part wigs, the knotting in the part is so dense and there's so many of them. I just take out the ones that I know I need to take out, and I don't want to rip the lace because some of them, the knots are so big. But this one was actually pretty good. They came loose really well. So now I'm just going to cut off the extra lace and get into installing. I'm going in with the hot comb just to make sure all the hairs are back and out of the way. I want this to be a very clean install. I don't want any hairs getting caught up in the adhesive or, under the melt belt. I want this to be very clean. When I do my, colored units, blonde units, any of them really, but when it's something like that, I really want it to be crisp. So just getting them back out of the way, I'm taking this adhesive and I'm spraying it directly on the hairline, not in front of it, not behind it, directly on the hairline, and it's going to naturally spread out and do its thing. After I have that adhesive on, I take a rat tail comb and I comb the hairs back out of the way again, really just trying to make sure that they're out of the way. Then we're going to tie it down and blow dry it. Now here I'm combing it to loosen up the hairs because they've been laid down kind of the adhesive, and I don't want it that way. I want it to be more fluffy, and you know, you can wait until after you cut off the lace to do this, but I did it just now. Cut the lace back as close to the hairline as possible. Okay, so on to the melting process. This is after I've cut the lace off. I'm going back in with the cream foundation. We want to get rid of any ashiness, you know, we pulled and tugged on the lace to get it installed. We want all of that to go away. So we're going to put the cream foundation on. We're going to take our spritz so we can marinate the foundation, the lace, and our skin all into one. We're going to quickly pat that into the lace, okay? Because sometimes when you put that on there, it kind of reactivates your adhesive to want to let go. So calmly but swiftly, you're going to take your melting spray or your spritz and go around your hairline, patting that in a good amount, patting it into your hairline. And then we're going to blow dry it until it's almost dry. And then when you feel that it's not so wet and it's almost dry, go ahead and tie it down and blow dry it until it's fully dry. Okay, so this is after melting. She's looking good. She's fully installed. Now we're going to go to the part and kind of make that pop just a little bit more with an angled brush. The same cream foundation. I usually mix two different ones. I didn't for this one, but I just used a shade that was my shade, and I just rubbed that, well, kind of patted and then rubbed in the part to hide the knots and that whole thing. And just to make the part pop more, like so. And yeah, it's really simple, really easy. Now I'm gonna brush through, you know, since I've tweezed and did all this crazy stuff to it. I'm gonna comb it out. I'm loving the layers. I know there is another unit with this same hot pink in it, but it only frames the face. If you want more of an everyday look, that one might be a better choice. I was kind of torn between the two, but I was like, I'm going all the way. So, but this is it. I love the layers. I love that it's silky, but it's not like cheap. It feels really good. And it just really gives you that Draculaura vibe. Super grungy, yet so girly. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell. And until next time, stay sweet.